Hey, boss. We have a lot to talk about today. So little time. Beautiful sky behind me. It is September 29th, 2025. And I say that just to keep the record. So the future always has that record. God bless everyone. Yeah. One of my favorite things to do is actually hiking. But, anyways, the more that we try to look for God, when we put all our effort in, then we get what we want in return. The reason why people don't get what they want is because they put no effort. Whatever that you think, it becomes your reality. So you can think whatever you want, but let's just say you keep thinking that the world is doomed. Well, if you keep thinking the world is doomed, then your actual reality, it's going to seem like it's doomed, or it's going to become doomed. So whatever you have on your mind, especially constantly, it's gonna project that into the real world. Hello, Mizir, Mizra. God bless everybody. That looks like a Jamaican flag. Hello, Jeremy. It looks like the temps are cooling off. Yeah, it rained the last couple days, so it's definitely been foggy. Oh yeah, it's an India flag. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mizra. Or Mirza. Crazy mustache. Yeah, I kind of just just came that way. No one ever let me grow my mustache. People would always say stuff. And then they make you feel bad for something you do, but like just growing your mustache. So this is what it looks like. I love India. Hi, Amal. Where are you from? Where are you from, Jeremy? I don't think I asked you that. Uh, I am Angola. Yeah, I don't know if that's like some Middle Eastern place. Hello, fish. And you love poop? Well, one of my favorite things to do, or you could say one of the most relieving things to do, is to actually take a poop. So I do love to poop. But whatever's on your mind, especially if it reoccurs, then your whole reality becomes this reoccurrence. If you hate the world, then all these hateful things, you'll just start hating everything. Simply because you hate one thing, it turns your reality into hate. Your thought, one thought of hate, it makes you feel bad. There's also physiology to it, but it restricts your blood flow, literally, and it tightens your heart. It tightens your whole body. And your hateful thought, you have to actually force hate. Thank you, James Spader. Do you like Kashmir? Yeah, I heard it's one of the best places. I like to leave my poop instead of taking it. Hello, Levi Lamplighter. So we see just one little hateful thought. You're just focusing in on this one thought. There's trillions of thoughts you can have. And your viewpoint of the thought relays to how you feel. So most of the time, if not 100% of the time, you only feel bad from your thought. This is why all these traditions and even the Bible, they always have you being aware of your thoughts. When you're not aware of your thoughts, you will just, that's what they call being unconscious. Hello, ST. Thank you, Shaquana. That's a real nice name. The thing is, your thought, it is only your thought. It's nobody else's. More importantly, I actually made a video yesterday. You can only hate yourself. It doesn't matter if somebody else hates you, because the hate comes from within inside of you. So you can only hate yourself. When someone hates you, that is hate from them projecting. So they project it. It actually doesn't matter what no one thinks. And it doesn't matter what anybody does. Your whole life is a reaction to everything. And it's the way you describe it. We'll actually get... The thought to feel bad is good. Homeless man get a job. I have $1 million. But you probably still want me to get a job. That's just a projection from your own mind. And while Lorenzo was saying we have a moral compass inside of us, so this moral compass, it makes us feel bad. It tells us what is not right. Okay? And then it tells us which way to go. And it tells us what feels good. If you're in your mind, you can tell yourself anything is good. Anything is bad. So when people have no empathy, which we consider those people evil, you may know some of them, they're just stuck in their mind. They're completely stuck in their mind. Their mind is an analyst. It has no feel. But God, He works through us. Basically, you'll feel it down here. And He tells us what is good, what is bad. Yeah. Not every thought in your head, none of them are really yours. You just think they're yours. Where were you before your thoughts? Before you got that thought? You see Charlie Kirk on me? Because people always want to know something, and most people just repeat what other people say, and you want to hear it. There's nothing to actually know, because the end result of knowing and someone speaking fast, you're just getting your mind to stop. All the mind wants to do is stop. It's like leaving your car run and never turning it off. Hello, Ghost Samurai. Ghost G, I don't care what you think. I think you're full of shit. Thank you, Demi Tree. And people want to know what death is. Death is, for all the times that you cast out negativity to the world, you're going to see it when you die, simply because you don't feel it now. So this is what the Bible really means when they say repent against your sins. Because all the negativity that you cast out, when you release from the body, you realize that you're not the body and the mind anymore. And then what happens is you begin to feel. And then you feel all the past actions that you caused, simply because they're still there. Anytime you do anything negative, it's not that it just like goes out and then goes away. It goes on forever until you undo it. And the only reason someone feels negative is because they're thinking negative. If you simply switch your thought right now to positivity, you're going to feel relaxed. You're going to feel relieved. And your whole world's going to change. It's only when you're negative, it's just from one thought. You're literally blocking the flow of life inside of you. It doesn't matter what anybody does or thinks. Yeah. The only reason someone's negative or they don't do what they want in life is because they're creating that. No one's actually forcibly made you do anything. We always create our own feelings. Our feelings are a response to what's going on. But you choose how you respond. So someone says something to me, maybe it's hateful, maybe it's evil. My response is, it's a giggle giggle. It doesn't really matter what happens. It's a giggle giggle. Now, if somebody's really sad, I am not going to, stomp on their parade. You can laugh at everything you want to. This is very profound. You're just not allowing it. You can have happiness right now. You're blocking your own happiness. You can allow God into your life. It's our natural being. Our natural being is love and happiness. It naturally emanates from our body. But it's only when you think of something else, when you start thinking and you start labeling these things, the world would never do nothing bad to you. And God would never do nothing negative to you. You just deem them negative. And God bless you all. The reason God does these things is so you come closer to Him. Simple as that. Because God actually, and it sounds crazy, God in reality itself, they want you to feel the best. It does. Now the thing is, you're going around searching for all this stuff. But God's like, no, no, no. Because, again, stuck in the thinking mind, you think it's going to bring you this. It's really already here. God is always redirecting you to feel the best. It's our fundamental nature. So why all these evil events happen, quote unquote, why you lost your job, whatever happened in your life, God is really reeling you in, so you stop searching externally and realize he's like doing you the biggest favor. He wants you to search within yourself. This is where he resides, and this is where you can commune with him. Listen to Ryan Upchurch. Good morning, Trump or Trump. Hello, outlaw. The only reason we don't have happiness is because we resist it. You got to figure, why are people happy? Why are the happiest people happy? They go and do what they want. People who are not happy, they never made an effort to even go be happy. And just because you are happy, which is some of the happiest people, doesn't even mean they found God. They just did what made them happy. Adam asked a good question. Are you the one bringing messages from God? Yes. God is working through me. Yes. But God is all around. He is literally trying to get into you too. But you're moving too fast. Your mind, you're paying too much attention to. Your mind is just the analyst. It's just an analyst. There's so much more to pay attention to. And God is all around us. So he's not just working through me. He's not just working through some other people. He is life itself. That's why he's everywhere. It's easier to steal your friend's happiness than make your own. Yeah, like people who are evil, they are like-minded. I'm not saying you're friends, but they like to be around people that are in the same energy. That's why misery, it feeds off a company. When someone's angry, what's the first thing if someone's angry? What do they want to do? They want everyone to know they're angry. But God just isn't working through a few people. If you quiet your mind, and if you let him in, simply by becoming loving, becoming love, you allow him in. He is a part of you. I've fasted many, many, many times. Yeah. 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 Let God do the thinking. Yeah, because everything is happening out of your control. Everything's happening. The sun coming up, the water flowing. It is alive. All your organs in your body. You don't even listen to your heartbeat or follow your breath. It's very hard to even be mad and actually follow your breath. An angry person has never followed their breath. And it's one of the things that keep them alive. Wow. You used to gold pan? That's crazy, Ghost Samurai. Yeah, I'll show you. Some people fish here. You know, we have the blue heron that comes around. Some guy hunted a deer back here just the other day. Or at least he retrieved it back here. Thank you, Outlaw. Oh yeah, yeah. That creek's very, very big. How's it going? Terrific. Beautiful dogs. Yeah, I play in that creek, or I used to. And kids do play in there. Not always, though. Yeah. Michael Martin. The whole. Yeah, because our letters are really hieroglyphics. They're symbols. All our letters are just basically symbols. They actually stand for a picture, usually, is what a symbol is. Yeah. But all this life is around us. It doesn't even matter if you want to believe in a God, because the life is always interacting with you. They call this intuition. But you know, which sometimes, like when you're driving, you want to go a certain way. So you either go that way, the way that reality is leading you, or you go against it by being in your mind. It's not bad or good, but one has the more favorable outcome, which it is the outcome. It is the answer. Because the real answer in you is always the one you feel. Yeah. What God really is, He is the feel of life. Yeah. It's the best feeling in the world. It's like life itself is its own entity. This is life. It's all around us, but life itself is its own entity. But when we get trapped in the mind, we get separate from the entity, which is God. But what God really is, he's not trapped in his mind. He is the feel of life. He is actually just the feel. And you actually just can become the feel itself. And it's so immense when you feel it that you become the feeling of life itself. You could say it's by concentration. And when you're feeling life itself, the best feeling in the world, it's all there is. You get so indulged into it that there's no more thinking and anything required for you to do. And then, God will tell you through the feeling, maybe you need to eat something. Maybe you want to go make a video game. Maybe you feel you need to go onto a walk. It's with God, you always feel empty. Yeah, because your mind doesn't feel. You can create emotions, but it's not who you are. And you're always going to feel empty, or if you don't know life itself or God, because it's what you want to know. We can grab all the philosophers in the world and all the people from the top colleges in the world. We can talk about life all day. But if you don't feel life, then it's just merely talking. Now, if someone feels life, maybe it was Jesus Christ, it can be any of you, then you can actually speak about it and bring it into other people's lives. Yeah, you have an essay about thesism. Wildfire. I've always loved that word, wildfire. So how do we know Jesus is real? By accepting love and viewing everything from a love standpoint. And then eventually you'll feel love. And this is Jesus himself. Yeah. The only way to really know Jesus would be to actually feel him. even in your head wanting to know him or knowing about Jesus, okay, that's just a piece of data, but you actually want to feel him. Yeah. And simply the way we enter into Jesus, the way we enter into the whole universe is by calming our mind down so there's less and less thinking. And eventually when you stop thinking, the spirit rises up. And then you feel the spirit. Yeah. Also, just becoming aware of what we are thinking. Most people aren't aware of what they're thinking. So then a thought comes in somebody's head, and then they just think, they act upon the thought. And it can be any thought. Yeah. What would you want God to do? That's a very tricky question. But God's already doing everything. Yeah. He's already doing everything that needs to be done. So I couldn't ask for anything more. The only thing that we can do is take action to feel him inside of us. The sun's coming up every day. You wake up every day. But you're not doing that. Something else is doing that. I'm not sure who Alex O'Connor is. Thank you, Mrs. Harris. Maria Jose. Yeah. The only proof that God exists, well, you would feel it. That's the proof of anything. But more importantly, you can think logically how all this is going on. Most people do not think that, though. That's the problem. Most people, this is what happens. They have some turmoil in their life. Something happened in their life and they deemed it negative. They deemed it bad. Why me? Why me? And so they get stuck on one thought of negativity. And so their whole life becomes negative. That's why they don't ask these questions. Why is the sun rising? Why am I here? How is all this going on? Just because you think a certain way doesn't mean no one else thinks like you. Yeah. Yeah, God. Yeah, God is love. All your questions will end. All any question, all your negativity, all your turmoil, once you feel this love inside of you, it's the answer to everything. Literally. There will be none of this chaos in the world if people actually felt love. Evil people or negative people, Lucifer, they actually want to feel love. They can't feel it. That's what they actually want. Yeah. And when you feel this love inside of you, uh, your life's complete. Literally. You're so content. You become contentment itself. Yeah. It's like we're playing a video game, but we're always trying to like search outside of us. We think the game is outside of us, but it's actually on the inside. That's when to beat this reality that we are in, it's nothing to do with outside. It's finding the love of Jesus Christ on the inside. It's finding the love inside of you. Then there's no more problems. You have no more questions that make you itch. Yeah. Is Hinduism real? Uh, yeah. Yeah. How do you explain the Big Bang Theory? The Big Bang Theory just means something else. And I don't even know what they consider the Big Bang Theory, to be honest. Yeah, there's going to be when you feel you're not doing something right, when you don't like your life, you're not living it the way you want to be living it. It's not a bad thing, but it's to show you that there is a life that you want to live or things you should be doing. Yeah. Yeah. I never said Christianity is the only right religion, Clippy. Khalib Nelson. Yeah. You died for 11 minutes. Everyone can read Khalib Nelson's testimony. I'm going to scroll down from the comments. Yeah. But that's his testimony of actually dying. Yeah. Yeah. The only reason we become separated or evil is we're just too focused up here. We think this, but it's not necessarily true. The mind, for some reason, it eventually likes to go against you. Because it has a self-perseverance. They call it the reptilian brain. Eventually, your mind will just say, like, you're not worth it. Yeah. Which isn't true. But some people see it as true because their mind tells them. The mind, to what I'm coming to see, it is the real AI. The mind is the AI. It's bigger than the AI that they're making. They could never get onto this level. You could even say that AI, the mind one, is the devil. Because eventually it makes you suffer in negativity. Yeah. But it's not a bad thing. Yeah. I'm 30 years old. Yeah. The Big Bang Theory, that the world just burst out and then the creation was created. Yeah, that's like an excuse for saying there's no God. They could have been paid to say that. But there is a natural process of how galaxies are created. Yada, yada, yada. But it's not. Yeah, it felt overwhelming. Like we said yesterday, if you really felt life right now, you would just cry. It's so beautiful. There's no words to it. But simply, when you stop your thinking mind, then all of the life outside of you, my hair is a little crazy, it fills inside of you. All of this out here, you feel it, you are just one with it. And it's, wow. But you see, you have to empty the mind. It's where your mind wants to get to. Free from thoughts. Why do I keep doing the Beavis and Butthead laugh? Well, that's funny. Just because I'm happy. I see stuff as funny. Even if other people don't see it as funny. Yeah. It's just an expression of laughter. And I've been doing it all my life. It's gotten more extreme. So maybe you could say I dial it down. Yeah. Yeah, because we only think, yeah, Khalib, you must have had a real experience. I've had multiple experiences. But when you think all this stuff it's personal, there really is no person. There's nothing to take personal. Throw it all on God. Because if I was to cut you open and look for all those personal thoughts, they don't exist. I would never find them inside of you. It's only when we're stuck in the head. It's me, 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 me. When we let it all of it go, we just become one with life. Three million children unalive every year. Yeah, but how do you know that statistic is true? Yeah. No drug is going to tell you the absolute truth. It's not going to happen. But why people do all these crazy ceremonies? They are searching for the question of life. They want to feel their best. But it's simply already inside of them. So there are techniques to feel God. Yeah. That's why people, when they do like these crazy ceremonies, they're what they really meant to do. They really meant to change your pattern of thinking. Because we get caught up habitually, especially somebody who thinks they know it all. They also do cleanse the system. So there are other sides to it, for sure. You live in Chicago. Yeah. Never to harm you. Yeah. Positive thoughts, those are aligned with God. Okay? That's why you feel good when you have them, even when you act upon them. Alright, let's go. Sorry, I missed a lot of comments. I'm neither of those, Chris. Aping someone, if you want to go to that extremity, the person doing it is them wanting to feel love. They're trying to get it from an outside source, but it's actually happening within inside of them. So they're going the wrong way. Yeah. And they will see after they do it, it's going to haunt them. And they're still not going to be happy. What is the need to believe, MK? Oh. And we got to understand we only see the physicality of something. Okay? So somebody that aped someone else, the person that it was done to, in their past lives, they could have aped 5 people. They could have aped 15 people. It's not just black and white. And it's not, oh, it's good or bad. Whatever's meant to be done is meant to be done. Because that's just God. It's in His control. If you want to go to that extremity so you can fizzle with your mind, yeah. And the worst part is, you could say, is that person is going to have to get over it. Both of them. One's going to have to, they're both going to have to undo their actions. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. If God wanted me to die, He would do it right now. If He wanted me to be in a war, which you call a war, I would be in a war right now. The reason why people live quote unquote good lives, because they've done good actions. Yeah. A lot of people that are in war, and we can go back to a person that was aped, maybe they wanted to experience that. The people in war, some of them don't want to be there. They can leave. Another thing is, some of them actually want to experience war. Not all of them, of course. But you don't know what people are thinking. You just always assume you know what people are going through. But anyway. Yeah. Thank you, MK. And God bless you all for coming here. Yeah. The only problem that we have is the one on our mind. And then there is no problem. You can either completely drop the problem, or you can change it into positivity. Yeah. Oh, hello, little Miss Sunshine. For control of the masses. It's yeah. That stick distracted me. You're from GTA 5. Some of these comments. Uh we don't really understand anybody. We can only feel them. Feel them is the greatest understanding of all. Yeah. And God is what leads us to do everything. He's always bringing us back to Him. Hello, Carl. If you know what 4 attributes that define an well, first of all, you would have to stop thinking and then you would feel. Everything is an expression of God, but more importantly, the ones that connect you to Him and you feel Him would be love, understanding people. Hold on, thirsty. And one would be joking and funniness, because God loves to joke. In fact, you could say this is a cruel joke, but nonetheless, this is a joke. Okay, so joking, loving, happiness, caring, and compassion. The only thing that is serious, no matter what happens to you, is when you say it's serious. You deem something small and not serious in your life, but why is this other thing that happens? Why is this serious now? And so you deem it. Everything is whatever you want it to be. Yeah. The It's only serious to you, and we're actually not to take really anything serious. There's a difference between ignoring. Yeah. Hello, Korean soul. God loves to joke. Anything that feels good, that is God. God is a good feeling. And he tells you how stuff is going to make you feel before it even happens. That's why we have the moral compass. So when we listen to where it tells us to go, where it pulls us, then we automatically, the reward is feeling good. But but God loves to laugh. He has accepted everybody. He's allowed everything to be. Because we are a part of him. Okay? That's why we can only match God's frequency by accepting him and accepting whatever life throws at us. If you feel love inside of you, even if you're just happy, nothing can affect you. It's only when you're in a negative state, usually anger, that everything bothers you. When your mind moves really fast, you can't keep up with it. Thus, it makes you angry. So, agitated mind, it just means it's moving too fast. Yeah. Yeah, you know you know what's right and wrong just by feeling it. You don't need to read anything. For someone to put it into reading, it had to be felt first. Any written text or scripture, it comes from somebody's mind. It comes from the inside. Everybody's a part of life. Why don't you go do all these negative things? Either you don't have the balls, or something's telling you not to do them. You feel wrong when you do them. If you feel bad when you do something, first of all, you had it, you felt it before because God tells you. But if you feel bad from something, that's a clear indication for you not to do it anymore. To get away from it. You can pray for help, table walk lake, but you have to take action. You always have to take action. The reason why people make you feel uncomfortable in your life, because there's people who want to make you feel comfortable. You have to get away from the people that make you feel uncomfortable, so you can get to the people you do like. Yeah. It's a direct indication to get away from these people, simply by the way it feels. Yeah. How much energy does your body contain in volts? The physical body, it's limited. The actual energy we can't see, it's limitless. You can't measure it. And we can feel happiness right now. And we can feel love. That's all you want to feel. There's nothing else to feel. More importantly, if you stand still, happiness is a natural, it's who you are. It's a natural expression. Yeah. What's going on in the world, I meant to say this earlier, when we were talking about the aping and the wars. If you feel called to do something, then you go do it. Other than that, you're making excuses. But it doesn't matter what's going on in the world. Doesn't matter what anybody says. It just matters what you feel you need to do. Where God is guiding you. You're always going to feel a pull. It's pulling on you right now. God is always there. And love is always there. It's right here. Only you can block it. And when you block it, you have a limited perspective on your mind. And then you feel hate. Hate is constriction. Hate is tight. It's not fun. It's negative. Do you know what time air correcting fields mean? No, that seems like some science word. I don't know if you're talking to me, residents, but I feel God. And I feel Him right now. Hate is heavy. Yeah, it definitely is. Love is light. Yeah. Someone who's angry, they're going to stomp around. Their body is going to weigh so much. Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Carl. Okay. What is happening around the world, though? If you feel God is acting through you to take action, then go take action. Most people, they don't take action. So how could you care about something but then actually not take action? That's a big discrepancy. But it's only if you feel you need to do something about it. Inaction is an action. Simply, God is always talking to us. Which way to go? Maybe you want to paint a picture. And that could change the whole world. God is always guiding us. The way God talks to us is through the feeling of intuition. I don't. Yeah, the Masonic order. You can think whatever you want about it. I simply don't think about that. I never think about the devil. And I never think about negative things. I'm trying to read some of these. Of a cartoon movie, Soul. Yeah, that is true. Levin, God's only going to put what you can handle. Yeah, you guys made excellent statements today. That's real nice, Ellie. I've seen that last name recently a couple times. I'm pretty sure that's Spanish. Yeah. Oh, hello, Candy. Yeah, there's some of the comments they've just been coming in all at one time. So, what are emotions? You don't see emotions. That just proves there's something more than the physical. And that proves there's something else. Especially because there's air right here. And there's space between us. But we can't really define it. So that proves there's something else. You can actually, the space, what they call space, okay? It's really God. We've been going over this the last couple days. If you empty out your thoughts, we know that there's air here. There's some distance between us. But this is really God. And it fills you up. You could actually get to know this. Which is actually, you know it through a feel. You can actually feel this. You can't really necessarily describe it. It just fills you up. Once you let go of the thoughts. What God really is, He's the feeling. The feeling of life. And people call it love. Yeah. It's the best feeling. What's the purpose of a moderator? And God bless you all. If you're talking about for the chat, MK, the moderators just, they're just there. If something gets out of hand or they need to type like my email. Yeah, I love the Philippines. Do I believe in the Holy Trinity? Yes, I do. Yeah. So God is always talking through us, but He talks through your intuition. Okay? The code, the knowledge is actually, you just feel it. It's when something feels wrong, you're just connected to the source. Yeah. That's why some people believe in God, but some people never actually get to experience him. Because you actually want to feel him. That's why some people don't believe in God after some time. And everybody wants to feel this. Yeah. Call it the language of the heart. Yeah. I like that. The reason why we don't feel love, because we hold it back. You can't feel love and hold it back. You can't be stressed out and feel God. God is completely stress free. Completely stress free. That's how he became or is omnipresent. He allows everything to be. And simply once you allow the flow, you simply become happy. It emanates from us. It's our natural being, happiness, full of love. You don't have to try to love. That's only when you're working through the mind. Only you can block the love. You restrict your happiness. That's why a lot of people, they're restricted. They kind of just maybe don't do anything. Some people are retired and just don't do anything. And they're miserable. Some of them are miserable. God allows all this. He accepts everything. He's still in control, of course. But we have to accept whatever goes on. And we feel the call to action. And it's always pulling us through him. Oh yeah, I'm not. Some 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 conspiracies have become facts. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. The conspiracies. I need to have to get something to eat soon. We've been in here for like over an hour. Yeah. No, simply I don't think about the government. So it's not on my mind. You can only think about one thing at a time. And it's usually the stuff you pay the most attention to. So whatever's on your head, it's neutral, or more so, it's positive. Once you view it as negative, that's your label about it. So if you're thinking about taking a dog for a walk, or if you're watching a movie, you're not thinking about the government. So something only really exists when you think about it at that moment in time. Other than that, there's just the feel of God. All there is the feel of life. That's why we are all connected. And it's why we want to connect with each other and all living things. Well, everything's living. But we are just the feeling of life itself. We're not the thoughts about the life. Yeah. Like people say, it's been a topic the last couple of days. Oh, the devil does exist. Well, I don't know how they define the devil, but if I never thought about the devil, then how could he exist? It's only when you think about evil that evil really is present on your mind. And no evil will get to you simply if you never let it get to you. If you're feeling God or in a state of happiness, you're not worried about evil coming to get you. It's just not existent. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Sacred Room, Birthkeeper. Yeah, we have to step into the image, Sir Flexi. That is, God is stress-free. He's the most relaxed being. We have to become relaxed to reach his level or to merge with him. God is love, unconditional, so it doesn't matter the circumstance. That's like the number one. If we become that love, then we feel him. Yeah, you're not going to feel God when you're hating. All hate comes from a thought. And that's why you feel angry. Yeah. That's true though, Sir Flexi. If God wanted to end this all right now, what are you going to do? Be angry about it? It's out of our control. And we would just have to accept it. I don't know what you're talking about. Resonance, kinetics. Like some masonry stuff. Yeah. The reason why someone would do no harm, why you hear about this, because it makes you feel bad. You don't want to feel bad. If you're living a life of happiness, your life's going to be filled with joy and loving things. You'll feel good from the life you live. Now, if you don't like your life, or it's real negative, you're in misery, that means you're supposed to actually change it to something you do like. The things you don't prefer, they are actually trying to get you to the stuff you do prefer. Even the devil, he's actually trying to push you towards God. Ultimately, what he's trying to do, everybody's trying to get to God. It's the best feeling. It's happiness itself. You're always thinking tons of thoughts? Yeah. Eventually, if you think too many thoughts, it makes you just get sick of them. Yeah, the element for your brain and thoughts is actually movement of air. Yeah. Because we're just made up of elements. Yeah, DP, though, my channel has nothing to do with making money. Yeah. That's just something going on in your head. And life is completely worthless once you devote it to making money. Simply because it's what you actually love to do and want to do. Again, it's just that God, whatever God's pulling you to do, He's going to save you. He's going to guide you. He's going to give you money. Maybe you'll be in a place where you don't even need money. Chasing money is not what you actually want to do. Yeah. That's why a lot of people on, like, especially YouTube right now, and generally in life, they devoted their life to getting money. Thus, it goes against their morals. It's not actually, well, it goes against God. It's not actually what they want to do. Now we have a bunch of people on YouTube that are just competing for each other to make money. Yeah. Life is what you love to do. Before I even was on YouTube, I was doing what I'd love to do. And now I love to do this. Not necessarily be on YouTube, but spreading God's love. in happiness, and I'm going to be going worldwide and doing actual stuff in real life. Yeah. So the only reason why I'm really even on YouTube, quote unquote, because my body's been messed up for 9 years and I can't eat food, which how I came into this, a lot of this. But that's the only reason I'm, you could say focus on YouTube or wherever. Yeah. If your life is really about money, then go make money. I mean, there's a bunch of ways now. We don't live in the 1900s. You can get money if you really want it. Yeah. Science, first of all, ancient science has always been here. In science, God knows more than science. So, yeah. Yeah. But he's a vegan frog? Yeah. I actually got messed up from the vegan diet. It it basically killed me and it made me quote unquote die. Yeah. There was somebody in here talking about their death experience. Yeah. There is no end because the life itself cannot die. And I'm about to be leaving, getting off alive, because this is all illusionary. It's just the way you react to it. Everything's always been your reaction. Once you just see it from a place of love, contentment, there's nowhere else to go. Nothing can shake you. Yeah, that's a lot of people are so in love with money, they're defeating the purpose. I completely agree with you. Like, people are really just putting out YouTube videos just to get money. It's not even something they want to do. The thing about me is, even before the internet, I've always done what I wanted to do. Of course, there were a few times I didn't listen to my intuition. You know, it happened to me when I was younger. I didn't know, especially when you're so young and no one tells you. Once you get grown, you should have the experience that, oh, it's the intuition. Okay? But when you're like, this message, it's not going to reach 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds. They're caught up in I mean, it's not wrong. There's no wrong. But, you know, it's just not going to click for some of them. You're just really young. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not saying money is bad. There's nothing wrong with money. It's that when you don't do what you love to do, that's going against God. The non-binary sea eagle. What don't you like about YouTube? It's not that I don't like YouTube. I mean, like last year, was it last year or year before that? I did not go live on purpose. I mean, I've liked YouTube even more, quote unquote. It's just I want you to feel my energy in person. And I like to do stuff in person. That's all. And so to speak, it was never my main goal. Like some people have in their mind, and maybe because other people have that idea, they're trying to like get money off of YouTube. I never had a main goal of getting money on YouTube. It's never came to me. And it's still not a main thing. Simply not. Some people's goal though is to like go on YouTube and make money. Like yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, that kind of stems back to that. And it's not that I don't like YouTube. You know what I mean? It's just like I like the feeling of getting your head shaved, but I like this even better. Yeah. Uh, you could say like I like making music or playing basketball, but I actually like this better. I love this. So hopefully that makes sense, MK. Are you talking about Elon Musk? Yeah. It's always the Yanks. Yeah, because masonry is backwards. Fruit Loops. Listen, there is positivity. We went over this yesterday. Anything negative comes from positivity. We went over this. Like the swastika, any numbers. We went over this. We went over this. These are actually good symbols. Yeah. No, yeah, no, we. This is actually a positive symbol, but you see how it's been changed to something else. Yeah, it's been implanted in us. That is true. We need to be kind to everybody. Sacred womb birth keeper. And that sounds like a crazy name. Tell the turtle about your. Being on top when you're born, it's basically a curse. It's that's what I consider a curse. And there's usually certain individuals that are born on top because they've been living a life in sin. When you're born at top or have a bunch of money, or you get money very easily, like some of the developers, like, I mean, extraordinary amounts of money, why do they always think the same? But these people, since they don't go through life experiencing any hardships, I guess, they don't get to evolve. So Elon Musk's kids, they're not going to get that full opportunity if he gives them money. Or any of these rich superstars, they're going to go through their own turmoil, but it's going to be nothing compared to the life experiences we have to build up. And a lot of this happens over lifetimes. It's not just one life. I can't explain how resonance kinetics. Yeah. Hello, Stacy Harrison. Yeah, that is true, Sir Flexi. Well, thank you. I want the same. I want happiness for everybody. Yeah. I believe you, DJ Crazy. Yeah, it's we you everything in your life, it's not a coincidence. You had to go to the streets for you to become and for you to find out what you want to do now. That's why a lot of Buddhists in Sri Lanka, in Indonesia, and all those islands, they they basically are they run the streets so they can see what they really want. Yeah. But sometimes that's not good for them because yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I completely, yeah. The whole point is God is always trying to get you back to Him. It just seems negative, but that is just your limited perspective. And because God's always pulling you. And once we fall into the pull, go in that direction, then there's no more resistance. He wants what's best for you. That is true, DJ Crazy. That is true. But you should be happy with doing your service. I completely agree with you. Yeah, God sees everything through your eyes, animals' eyes. Yeah, he is the life entity itself. We only disassociate from the life entity when we get stuck into the thinking mind. Then we identify with our thoughts, but we are actually just the feel of life, which is God is a non-thinking entity, basically. And this is why we merge with Him when we are free of thoughts. But it's been super long today. God bless all you guys. I'll be having my website come out, and I never promote like stuff, but there's going to be free books on there. Like all of my books are going to be free, digital copies, and there's going to be other free pictures you can use on there, and even free techniques. So God bless you all. You know, the greatest thing you can do is let out your happiness, bring joy into someone else's life, and be kind. All negativity wants to go towards this. It just kind of feels like you can't go towards it when you're in it. But it's where you want to go. It's relief. You're relaxed. You're not trying to conquer the world and trying to live in fear. All negativity is trying to get to positivity. Yeah. All right. We'll stop it there. Have your viewers. Thank you, Resonance Kinetics. Thank you, Carl. Sir Flexi. No, BLM has been in here like multiple times. Yeah. That is true, DJ Crazy. Thank you, Stacy. Little Miss Sunshine. ASDF. Yeah, the website would be up, but my friend went through a traumatic experience in the last month. And it is up, but I just can't do stuff on it. So yeah. I don't have subscribers or followers. I don't consider anybody that. I see everybody as, well, you can see me as a brother or a best friend. That's all I am. How you see it is yourself. Thank you, Sir Flexi. Thank you, DJ Crazy.